Hi everybody. So I wasn't going to make a video, but I've got enough stuff piling up that I think I'm just going to show you a few things. So this Corona 4, I had to delete my last video. This carriage lock it's supposed to go to the inside. This is how it's supposed to operate. The thumb tang goes to the inside, not pointing to the outside. If you put it on in reverse, yes, it'll work. But what happens is your carriage will the carriage releases will stay open and it'll just keep moving like that. It's not supposed to. It's supposed to just lock on, lock off. The tang, of course, does go in the groove there, but I didn't want to steer you wrong. Some other cool things, though, is I hooked up with a new platen for this. I ordered some feet from Steve Dade and a new ribbon, and I got the right-hand original ribbon spool, where when I got this thing, it had this aftermarket flat-faced one. They have a little ridge inside. You have to use a specific spool to fit the Corona 4s, but the thing about having the original emblem, which mates or matches the ribbon cover, is you kind of create this cool. I think Smith Corona had a thing for planes. I mean, you think about the Clipper and you think about this Skywriter. Well, this looks like a plane to me when it's in flight because let's throw a piece of paper in here and you'll see what I mean. The way the ribbons turn, it looks like propellers, doesn't it? You see how that... So that's one of the cool things about having the original ribbon spools. You can see that, and I couldn't see that when I had the aftermarket one in there because it just doesn't look the same. So if you want the view, you got to do that. But these feet from Steve Dade, let me get into that. He does typewriter feet for the Remington 1, 2, 3s, and 4s. I'm still waiting on mine to show up, but he doesn't like doing Underwoods, but I'm getting him to do a set of Underwoods for 1930 with the round feet for me. His prices are Corona 4 feet are $15 per set of 4, plus $4 shipping. If you order more than one thing at once, you only have to pay one shipping charge. So I ordered like 6 set of feet for different things all at once. Let's see. He does this 4-foot package, 4 feet, a platen, and feed rollers. $60 plus shipping if it's a Corona 4. If they're Remingtons, they're $65 plus, $6 shipping. But I got a bunch of feet sets from him. If you want to contact Steve Dade, you can email him at Steve Dade at nail grinder GNR at sbcglobal.net. So look him up if you're interested in anything Remington 1, 2, 3, Corona 4s, the old 4-bank Underwood portable. He'll be able to help you with something on there. Now, this typewriter. Oh, the other thing about that Corona 4 too, I had also got the little caps that go over all the keys, and they look gaudy on there. So I'm not going to use them, but there is a set that you can get that can protect those old keys as well. I don't have to be that original. I like to look at the keys. This typewriter here is a 1950s Consul. They named it a Fairbanks Ward, and there were like 2 real adjustments I had to make right away. One was the backspace key didn't work so good. And the other thing was under this cover, of course, gluing the felt back down. This is a cleanup thing, basically, but this was on the wrong side of the feed. It was to the inside, so the shift if that bar was over here, it could catch under there. That was no good. So, but I'll just show you. If you have a Consul, you have to sometimes you have to go out of your way to find out what's what. There were some covers over these caps that were plastic, and but let me get this. It's got this kind of like a magic margin type system here, so let's get this over. This isn't the side I want. This is the side I want. So here is the backspace adjuster. You have a screw in the back side here. So you take that screw out, hold this bar up a little bit, and then you got to get on here and give this a turn. If you got to tighten it, which was my case. One whole turn was all that took. But now that it has the ability to backspace, it squared that away. So Consuls are an interesting unit. I'm still like waiting on the ribbon I ordered for this one. I have the spools, so I'll wrap it on there when it shows up. But and then you just kind of got to line everything up just so to get that cover on there. Pretty sturdy unit. Now, this I just got tonight. This rubber pad. I wanted to show you guys that. If you've got a typewriter and you're trying to just exercise it after a bunch of years, this piece of rubber, can act as kind of a dampener if you're exercising the keys. As you know, you've had to do if you've been working on plenty of them. But it's a good way to just dampen the head. It's just a nice piece of rubber, and it works great for exercising the keys. So keep that in mind. One of my dad's customers, he gave me this typewriter today. I guess it was his mother's, or comes with a cover, but it's an old Smith Corona 70 electric typewriter. Very nice gift. Needs to be cleaned up. I'll see, what's what with that. There we go. It's plugged in. The fact that it runs is already impressing me. And these old Smith Coronas, they had that quick change platen thing going on. You just do something like that, and it's free. I mean, there was really nothing too demanding about the whole way that goes on. Lining it back up to get it on might be the trick, but stay. Let's see here. There we go. So it kind of just snaps in like that. You get your cover down, that down, and you're home. And it types. The old ribbon still puts out letters. So that's kind of neat. I know this video is just kind of just talking and showing, but I have now also, I hope I showed you this earlier, the FJA products. That's who I've been getting ribbons from. I've told you about the Steve Dade typewriter feet and everything. One more thing is I just ordered some tools from a guy. His name is Dick Kelly, and he worked for IBM. He went after he got out of the Marines in 1952. He went to work for IBM, and he was selling off his old tools, and I got most of them, but he has about 18 Selectrics out in his garage, and he wants to know if anybody wants them. this is kind of the story of his life. I'm trying to find here. He has 18 Selectrics still sitting out in his garage. He lost interest in doing anything with them, and if someone could fly in there and rent a van or an SUV at the airport and then haul them home, he would be selling them for pretty cheap, he says. He used to make cycle wheel tools with his lathe, and he would sell them, but he hasn't done that in a while as well. So if anybody's got any IBM interests, like I said, I just picked up his old tools, but here's how you can contact him. His name's Dick Kelly, and let's see. Let me try and get to something that. This must be kind of how you can get at him. So keep that in mind. Alright, well, I'll let you go, everybody. That kind of clears off a few things anyway. Take care and have a good one.